Yo,
Yeah.
what's going on, y'all?
Happy day.
Happy day.
Night, whatever time it is, where you are.
Whatever time it is in your city, state, country, happy day.
Let's go.
So apparently, man, these protesters again. Have you noticed that the protesters that are saying do the ridiculous things are mostly college students that don't know no darn better? I've noticed that. They're young. They think they know what life is about. They think they can change all the things that have been in place for hundreds of years with, wearing particular shirt colors, holding signs. No, this stuff won't change anything. So this person, I guess, I like this guy right here, man. In the trenches, he does some really good ones, especially the ones he would go and visit, like some of the affirming churches and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Says gun protesters say we need to ban AK-15s. What's AK-15s? So I want to see what she's saying on this, because she looked like no facts, all feelings. That's what the Democrat side is about, right?
And what would you define as an assault weapon?
I don't have an exact definition, but AK-15, stuff like that.
AK-15s?
14, sorry.
14.
You know what I'm saying.
Say what now? See, how can you talk about ban something you don't even know the name of it?
Anyways.
You mean AK-47?
Yeah, sorry.
An AR-15?
Yeah, okay. I get them mixed up. I try not to have I don't have a lot of information on guns because I'm not around them.
And do you know what AR stands for?
Assault rifle?
Armalite.
Okay.
It's the brand manufacturer.
Okay.
Welcome back to another video, guys. It's been a little while. It's been about 2 weeks, but we're back here, Nashville, Tennessee, at another gun control protest. God rest their souls. What happened in Covenant's terrible, but these people behind me, they have the wrong solution. So we're going to talk about it. Remember, guys, I just ask questions. That's all I do. And remember, before we go in and just ask questions, just support me on Locals. For just $8 a month, you can support my work, my content. I get exclusive content and early access to all of my videos. So please consider being a local. I can't do this without your help. It would mean the world if you guys just subscribe for $8 a month. So without further ado, sit back, relax, like, comment, share with your friends, subscribe, and enjoy the video.
Kids over guns! Kids over guns! Kids over guns! What do we want? Gun control! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Gun control! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Gun control! When do we want it? Now!
Do you have time to stop screaming and answer some questions?
Yeah.
Perfect. So quick question for you guys.
Do you have time to stop screaming?
And everybody pause it. She's, yeah. Sure.
What type of reform do you guys see being needed in Tennessee?
What's a tough question? Someone got an answer?
There's an overall ethical and moral reevaluation that we need to have in the House. I think there are a lot of good people in the House, but there's also a lot of bad people that have been disenfranchising Tennesseans for generations, for decades, and we are fed up. It was a blatant display of racism that Justin Jones and Justin Pearson were expelled.
Here we go.
How's that racism?
I told you. People need to stop trying to use these words for their own good, for whatever the point is that ain't racist. And they keep trying to use those words. Leave those words alone. Things are not racist. It's not racist. Everybody's not a bigot.
Oh, help.
If you were...
Who are you?
Yeah.
See, she came in because she knew she didn't have nothing, so she's trying to protect her.
If you're going to say racism, I'm asking about something else, but if you're going to call it racism, can you provide how it was racist?
Okay.
What would you define as a safer Tennessee?
Couldn't do it.
Tennessee is one where guns are regulated and those regulations are enforced.
And would that be like banning all guns or just assault
No, it wouldn't
weapons?
be banning all guns. The Second Amendment means we have the right to have them, but there is no reason to have military armaments out in the general public. I mean,
Okay.
you know.
And what would you define as a military-grade weapon?
A military-grade weapon is one with rapid repeat fire and extended magazines that can take out a whole bunch of people in the matter of a few seconds.
So pistols and ARs and AKs.
Yeah, any of this weaponry that was developed for the military and that takes the body apart whenever those bullets hit, they disintegrate you from the inside out.
Well, after this discussion, I've come to the conclusion we must ban the 19th Amendment.
The 19th Amendment being...
That's exactly why it should be banned. It's the women's right to vote. All right, so what type of reform do you...
See how he cut that scene, didn't you? Well.
Yo. Man, come on.
you see being needed?
Gun safety, gun control is what is needed, and then a respect for everybody's life.
Okay.
Yes, I'm still perplexed as to why anybody needs a semi or an automatic weapon. Like I don't know why.
Fully or semi?
So now you're gonna get me on. Let's say fully for now.
You do know all of those are banned though.
But I think they're all bad. I don't understand.
No, banned. Fullies are banned. Yeah.
Okay. So then the
He's
semi.
just trying to make people
then we
look
need to
stupid.
edit this.
What do you mean? Why would you, sir? I'm from Vanderbilt. I'm just trying to ask questions.
Okay, we need to edit.
That was
this.
weird. That was weird. Why would he come up?
I answered the question wrong.
That's okay. It won't go in. Excuse me, Blue Pants. Since
And it goes again. Oh my God.
Excuse me, Blue Pants.
And he about to go after Blue Pants.
Not him. Turn the fan off, man.
Yo.
Turn it off if you coughing.
Yo.
you interrupted my last interview, would you mind taking a quick interview, sir? No. Can I ask you a question? Why do you see things based off race?
What's that tattoo?
Why do you...
Tell me about that.
Which one?
The one right there? What is
The
it
Bible
say?
verse?
Yeah.
It's the faith over fear verse.
Okay. Interesting.
Oh.
How does your faith impact your view of racism?
Why are you asking me questions? I'm the question asker. I'm the professional question asker.
Yeah, I'm just asking because I'm also a believer.
Awesome.
And so, as believers, we are called to stand up to the oppressed. That's
Yeah.
what Jesus did. So I just noticed that, and so I thought
Yeah.
that might resonate with
Of course. And I believe in saving lives.
Right.
But the statistics show that more lives are saved due to guns being in the picture rather than guns being taken away. Depending on your source, between 15 and 25,000 lives have been lost due to gun violence. Yet, depending on your source again, 1.5 and 3 million have been saved due to self-defense with guns. So far more lives are saved with guns.
That doesn't mean there's not room for change.
Yeah. That's why I started with a question.
Like assault rifles, there's just no need for them.
What would you define as an assault rifle?
Not on the spot. I can think of something, but just like
automatic weapons that are made to kill.
So basically anything. A pistol. That would be a semi-automatic.
Anything that's made to kill large amounts of people with large magazines.
That would be literally almost any gun. So like ban all guns is what you're saying.
So people are down there protesting and don't even know.
They don't know. They just
why.
in college and they think they got.
They don't even have the facts.
They just thinking that when you're in college, you're
And
just going out there.
how
When you're in college, sometimes you just go out there stand for something. You don't know what you're standing for.
Child, please. I'm just like, what in the world? What does this have to do with racism?
So somebody breaking into your house. You home. You got a gun at the house. You're gonna say, no, let me negotiate with them. All you hear is pop, 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 pop. Child, please, that's the stupidest thing ever, and it's only by college students.
No one said that.
yeah, never mind. I'm good. Thanks so.
Thank you for your time.
Bye.
What type of reform do you see being needed in Tennessee?
We need to get some action on being able to get guns or something. He's telling
All guns or just assault?
No, I'm not wanting to take everybody's guns away. I just think
Assault rifles?
Yeah, I mean, kids shouldn't. Young people, why do you need an assault rifle? You can't hunt with them unless you're going to war. What are you going to do with them?
I think the 19th Amendment should be banned.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know about that.
It's the women's right to vote.
No. The what?
The women's right to vote.
You think it should be banned?
Yeah.
Who are you with?
Well, I mean, you didn't know what amendment it was. So.
No, I don't. I don't know exactly.
I thought it should be banned.
Yeah, no, I don't know which amendment it is, but I do know about guns. I don't.
Save the guns, but ban the 19th Amendment.
No.
So, what type of reform do you see being needed
She's like, who you with?
in Tennessee?
Yeah, we need to have a real.
She was like, hold up, who you with?
He said, yeah, just ban the women.
Like,
Women
what
don't
you
need to
mean?
vote. They don't need to vote.
Yes, we do.
Real serious conversation about gun reform, which includes the passage of red flag laws, it includes gun safety storage laws, it includes banning assault rifles and assault weapons that ordinary people shouldn't have access to, these weapons of war on our streets. And so I think those are some of the reforms that we're going to advocate for and that hopefully we'll see.
And what would you define as an assault weapon? Because that is kind of vague. What type of guns?
Look at the weapons that are being used in these mass shootings. Right, those are the ones with the high magazine clips, AR-15s, AK-47s, semi-automatics that ordinary people shouldn't have access to. If it's being used on a war field, it shouldn't be able to be used in our schools, at clubs and grocery stores, because the people who are being harmed are normal people or police.
Michael
And
B. Jordan.
I don't know if you saw this in Louisville, one of the police officers was shot in the head. A lot of police officers against these weapons of war being used too.
And what would you say? The statistics show that far more lives are saved with guns than lives lost due to guns. What would you say about that?
Yeah, I don't know where you got those statistics from, but I assure
It's just
you,
online.
Don't believe everything online.
What type of reform needs to be made?
Increased background checks, red flag laws, anything that makes it harder for people to get guns, or at least people that shouldn't have them. I don't believe that anyone really needs assault rifles. I'm like, the purpose is to kill people. I don't understand how that should be legal if killing people isn't legal. But anything that makes that harder.
And do you have any thoughts? What type of reform needs to be made?
I think that assault rifles should not be available to the general public because they are war weapons. So banning assault rifles.
So, from a constitutional standpoint, the reason assault weapons are a thing is not to protect yourselves from other people, but from a tyrannical government. Like, I think we could agree that the government's pretty corrupt. I think we could agree on that. The assault weapons are to protect ourselves from a tyrannical government, as well as self-defense.
I'm sorry, who are you with? Like, what organization?
Independent. I'm just asking questions.
Is this going to be posted anywhere?
I was asking questions. If it's good enough, it will be.
No.
Well, like I said, they are weapons of war, and right now they're being used to kill children and not being used against the government that is tyrannical, but it's also the government that's not taking any action.
And what would you define as an assault weapon?
I don't have an exact definition, but AK-15, stuff like that.
AK-15s?
14, sorry. You know what I'm saying. Anyways.
You mean AK-47?
Yeah, sorry.
And AR-15?
Yeah, okay. I get them mixed up. I try not to have I don't have a lot of information on guns because I'm not around them.
And do you know what AR stands for?
Assault rifle?
Armalite.
Okay.
It's the brand manufacturer.
Okay.
You would have an ID?
Wait, did it say they were manufactured in Hollywood? Wait, whoa, did you read that?
She said she didn't have a lot of information and knowledge about guns, but yet you down there and you fight.
Armalite.
Hold up. Wait. Armalite is an American small arms engineering company formed in the early 1950s in Hollywood, California. Many of its products. Wow. In California, in Hollywood, in LA.
It say a small arms engineering company.
Interesting.
It is interesting.
Are they still a la L? You know, look at ban them guns. So they're making guns right there downtown. Yo, that's a super fact.
Mm-hmm.
It's the brand manufacturer.
Okay.
You would have an ID? Yeah.
I'm a freelancer.
Don't believe you.
Why?
Because you're denying me.
No, I'm not denying you. I just don't think you need it.
You sure? Okay.
So, since you came up and talked to me, would you like to talk a little bit more?
Not really.
What type of reform do you see being needed?
Not really.
I don't need to talk to you.
You don't need to, but you came up to talk to me. You chose to come talk to me.
I'm not going to talk to you any further.
So you come up to talk to me, and then when I start to ask you questions, you leave.
I'm asking for your press.
Okay, but if you're going to come talk to me, answer questions.
You're clearly not from the press.
Answer simple questions.
No.
He's right.
Why?
He said he independent.
You're not.
You don't know the answers. You don't know the answers.
Exactly.
That's not true.
No.
Okay, well then answer the questions.
Right.
Answer the questions.
Goodbye.
You were the one that came up to me. That's funny. So he comes up to me. Asks me for my press credentials. I ask him questions. He refuses to answer questions. I just ask simple questions. They're not that hard. Remember, sir, I just ask simple questions. One last question for you, though. So let me give you this statistic. Just tell me your thoughts on it. Between 15 and 25,000 lives are lost due to guns every year. But then, depending on your source, between 1.5 and 3 million lives are saved due to self-defense with guns. So far more lives are saved with guns. Does that change your mind at all, or do you still think guns should be, or assault weapons should be banned?
Well, I think that these numbers are self-defense is probably not a war weapon that's being used as self-defense. It's probably a handgun.
It would just be all of them. So I don't know the exact numbers for assault weapons.
I don't either, but I'm saying that there can be self-defense with a handgun, and you don't need a weapon that shoots off like several hundred bullets.
Do you know the difference, though, between like a handgun and an AR-15? What would it? I mean, of course, the size, but like when it comes to performance,
the number of bullets that come out of the barrel.
You can get an extended magazine though for a pistol as well.
I actually don't want to discuss the details of this because there are 6 lives that have been lost in the past 3 weeks, and I don't want to get into the details because it's important to remember that we're here to support the victims.
Yeah, but that's not what you're doing. This is a link for gun reform. This is for gun reform. You can't guilt trip me when you guys are the one politicizing an event. Right. Bro, that's crazy. Like, you can't make this stuff up. They try and guilt me when they're the ones that are politicizing an event. She had nothing else to say. So she tries making me feel guilty for something that they're doing. It's crazy. You can't make this stuff up. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Make sure you guys leave a like, comment, share, subscribe. Support me on Locals for just $8 a month. It would mean the world. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. The trenches to the top, 100,000 subscribers immediately. So subscribe if you're not already. I'll see you guys next week.
So many people.
It's consistent.
So many people.
It's consistent with the lostness.
Have no facts.
It's consistent.
And they are firm with the misinformation or no information that they have.
Consistent. And every time you see something on that level, whoever the people are protesting are working off emotion, and they feel like their passion for their emotion in the situation is going to change things. It's not going to change a darn thing. It's not going to change a darn thing. But that was amazing that Armed Light is out of Hollywood, California.
Yeah, no, that wasn't
Hollywood. The wokest, well, it wasn't woke in the 50s whenever they started making it, but I would be surprised if they're still making guns out of Hollywood because it's too woke. They're probably in Texas or Arizona or somebody by now, but that's amazing. Yeah. That's what those came out of.
Yeah, 1959, right? That's what it said.
Back when you smoke a cigarette on the airplane.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Ooh, I remember that.
You didn't have to wear no seatbelt on an airplane. You just have to hold on, you know.
There was a time when you didn't have to wear seatbelts in cars.
I remember.
I remember too.
Old school cars, they had, because they were so much metal, you wouldn't fly out the window as fast.
Ooh, please. My grandmama slammed on that brakes on that Nova. I flew under the dashboard. It was crazy. That was before the time of seatbelts. Ooh, slam on the brakes. Bam. Ooh. Anyway.
But these people are ridiculous. And
yeah.
It's proving, man. Like,
doesn't get any better.
I understand what they think they're fighting for, but in the end, if it happened, let's say whatever you fought for happened, you're going to notice quickly why you wish that you can reverse it.
I just don't think gun reform is the answer about taking away. I feel like one of the girls down there said that, you know, restrictions and making it tougher for people to be able to get those types of weapons, you know, increase somehow, you know, increase or make the background check a little bit more difficult, you know. But that's what I said. It needs to be somewhere where there is
nothing either.
A connection between mental health agencies and other areas in government, or not even just government, but like gun stores, they need to have access to your mental health. I mean, I don't know what you call that, that organization. It's not an organization. It's like they have their own umbrella branch or whatever,
Where they can.
Yeah. Background check, all of that. Just like there's a centralized system for background checks and all that. Well, when you go and purchase a weapon, you need to have access to mental health documentation. So mental health agencies need to be able to have some type of central, access to these. Guns, pawn shops, wherever you buy these guns from, they need to have access. And forget that confidentiality mess when it comes to a person wanting to go buy a weapon. People need to get inside of your private information and see what's really going on. Because they can still refuse to sell a gun to anybody if they don't want to. That's their store.
Like in California, here in California, when I was buying my gun, they said that in the paperwork that they can refuse it, but they have to make an accurate judgment on you to see if you're going to be safe and handle a gun. So I guess unless you coming in there with your eye,
how can they really tell?
I want that one in the back.
But maybe they have
I
don't know. Maybe people are getting some behavioral science training. I don't know. But how can someone? If you get a bad feeling about something, stop it. If you get a bad feeling about something, pay attention to it. So maybe that's what they use to say, okay, I don't know if I want to sell this gun to you, but you still really don't know. Yeah. You need access, some solid facts.
Yeah.
When you put this person's social security number in, you need to be able to access their medical records. That's what mental health records.
True.
But not everybody has it. So then what do you do to that? But stop selling guns and taking them off the streets, even if it is the AR.
By telling people to take guns off, that'll make people influx of people want to go buy them. Just in case you're going to go and take them, let me go ahead and make sure I have mine. So what you going to do now? You're going to come by and collect it. There's some people that got forts in their houses. So a fort. Well, Morton salt. A fort. Okay. They got like plenty of guns. They got a whole infantry.
Yeah.
So anyway, man, banning guns ain't the right approach, man. We need to they need to fix the economic problem, and that's going to help with the gun problem. So anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Don't take a nosedive, but comment down in the section below if you want some more. We'll see you on the next one.